Today I'd like to share Educreations with you, which is an iPad app that would allow you to create mini flipped classroom lessons. Perhaps you'd like to just share a quick concept with students and be able to post that for students and parents to be able to watch from home. I think that'd be super cool. So the Educreations app is what we're going to use to make that happen. You'll see I have Educreations on my iPad here. When I launch that app, I can create a lesson by touching New Lesson in the top left-hand corner. Now there is a website that goes along with Educreations. It's www.educreations.com. If I've not told you you have an account there, then you'll have to create one for yourself. That website is where your created lessons will end up, and that's where we'll do the sharing from. But from within the app then, we're going to create our presentation. So here I have a whiteboard. You'll notice down here, this is slide 1 of 1. We can have multiple pages in our presentation, and I can create more pages just by using that arrow and going to the next page, or by using that button right there. This will actually give me more options, allowing me to duplicate the page that I'm currently on if I need to. So I'm going to go to the right arrow and just create another page. And now that I'm on my second page, let's talk about some of the tools available. Up here, you're going to see different colors that can be used. You're also going to see a tool here, that's the selection tool. You would use that anytime you want to select something on the page. This one right here is a text tool, which allows you to type text if you don't want to use your finger to draw it or to write it. This tool right here allows you to add pictures to your page. I'll show you that in just a moment. These two tools right here are the undo and redo tools. So if you've accidentally made a mistake, like, whoops, I didn't want that squiggly line there, I can just hit the back arrow and undo that last action. And this guy right here, the X, is the delete option. So that will allow you to select objects and delete them. Okay, so I'm going to make another page just by clicking this arrow to the right. And now let's bring in a photo. If I touch this right up there, I can access the camera. I can access my photo album. I can access anything I may happen to have in Dropbox, or I can actually search the web. So let's say we're talking about insects and the parts of an insect body. So if I just do a search for the word insect here, maybe we will find a good photo that will work great for our lesson. I actually like this very first one, the picture of the ant. So I'm going to select that. It gets downloaded and placed right on my whiteboard. At this point, I have some options. I can do some rotating if I need to. I can change the height and the width, and I can lock it into place. All right, now that that's done, I'm going to choose a color. And let's say it's time to present the lesson. So I've created the slides that I know I want. Here's my first slide, second slide, and my third slide. When you're ready to present your lesson, you need to click or touch the record button in the top left-hand corner. Doing that records all of your actions in the Educreations app, as well as your voice. The microphone on your iPad is going to pick up your voice and record that as part of the recording. So here we go. I'm going to hit record. Okay, boys and girls, today we are going to talk about the parts of an insect. On our first slide here, I'm going to just draw a picture of a happy little insect. Forgive my drawing. Okay, boys and girls. So that's an insect. Let's go learn more about insects. What kinds of things do insects eat? Here's a clue. That's right, insects like to eat leaves. I wonder what insects eat leaves. Let's look at the next page. Oh, look at that ant. Well, this picture would be a great picture for us to use to talk about the parts of an insect. Notice this part right here. That is the ant's head. This part right here is the ant's thorax, I think. And this last part back here is the abdomen. Okay, I'm going to make a new page on the fly. We don't have to set the pages up beforehand. We can just do them as we're recording. So boys and girls, we should also talk about the adding problem for today. We had 2 blocks here and 3 blocks here. How do we figure this problem out? Well, let's put the number of blocks here, right there. And let's take this number and put it right there. And let's use the adding sign. How many blocks are there altogether? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Okay, I'm done with my recording, so I'm going to pause that. And if I just need to take a breather or prepare more slides, I can do that. And when I'm ready to record again, I could press the record button. When I'm all done, though, I'm going to hit the done button here. And I'm going to save the lesson. Here I'm going to give it a name. And I'm going to determine then who can view this lesson. I need to make this public in order for my students to be able to see it. So I'm going to say this is a science lesson, and I will save that. I need to sign into my account. And just like that, my lesson is being saved. So there are a couple of ways you can share your lessons. You can view them right from within the app on the iPad. So if you wanted to hand your iPad to a student, you could open up the Educreations app, touch on your lesson, and they could watch it
boys and girls,
right from the iPad. What if we wanted students to be able to see this at home, though? That's where the Educreations website is going to come into play. I'm going to go to www.educreations.com, and I'm going to log into my account. And when I go to my profile, I'm going to be able to see all of the lessons that I've created. So here is the most recent lesson that I uploaded. When I click on that, you can see that it will play right from within my web browser.
Okay, boys and girls, today we are going to talk about the parts of...
So that's easy enough. I could share this URL with students. I could send it along in an email, and moms and dads would be able to see it along with the students. Or the very last thing I could do is embed it on a website. So if I have a classroom website, which I have a demonstration of right here, we're going to pretend this is my classroom website. If I want to embed this video on my web page, I'm going to just copy this computer code here and go to my website. I have to edit my page, and I have to switch to HTML mode here. Once I'm in HTML mode, I can paste in computer code. And I'm going to update that and save it. And just like that, I have embedded
Okay, boys and girls, today we are
video
going to talk about the parts of an insect.
right on my web page. So I think Educreations would be a great tool to use for instructing moms and dads on maybe difficult math concepts or difficult homework assignments that they may not get. I know that's happened to me. It would also be a great way for your students to teach each other. You could hand your iPad off to one of your students and ask them to create a lesson about a topic. And I think they'd have a really great feeling knowing that their tutorial has been shared to your class website. That'd be really neat for a kid, I think. So that's how you use Educreations. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to help you.